It's happened in Peoria and it's happened across the state. Victims of domestic violence shot and killed by their abusers. Now, a state bill aiming to prevent those tragedies sits on the governor's desk awaiting his signature. Good evening and thank you for joining us for 25 News at 9. I'm Lizzie Siles. In tonight's top story, Madison Porter is here to explain how this bill could change the way orders of protection are carried out. Madison.
Lizzie, supporters of the bill hope it will protect people from gun-related domestic violence. It took Karina's bill more than a year to pass the General Assembly, but it did so yesterday with bipartisan support. Karina's bill was introduced to the General Assembly in September of 2023. It came after a Chicago woman and her daughter were shot and killed, allegedly by her husband. As a local example, last year, Unit 5 elementary school teacher Amy Moore was shot and killed by her husband, who she had an order of protection against. The goal of this bill is to prevent that from happening by taking away a person's firearm owner's identification card and guns if there's an order of protection.
It's going to take away, I mean, no pun intended, a weapon that a potential domestic violence abuser could use.
Peoria attorney Sean Cusack says under the current law, victims can specify in the order of protection that this person who's threatening them has a gun and is dangerous. But the guns can only be taken away after a hearing where the judge may or may not grant the order, whereas Karina's bill would make the confiscation of guns immediate.
Karina's bill essentially streamlines that process. The police, are literally ordered at the emergency protection order stage to go get those firearms and hold them temporarily, and then there will be a permanent hearing, or what we call a plenary hearing, where it will determine what happens to those firearms.
Cusack says orders of protection are often violated, whether that be through a phone call, text message, or deadly actions, and that the bill is written in a way it doesn't violate Second Amendment rights, but it still prevents people from being injured. One problem he does see is that once a FOID card is taken away, it's very hard to get back.
Does the inconvenience outweigh the potential of saving somebody's life? In my opinion, absolutely.
Several local law enforcement leaders did not feel comfortable talking about the bill on camera because there's a lot of new language. However, Peoria Police Chief Eric Echeverria says his department will support anything that keeps victims of violence safe.